Thanks, Chad and Rhea. I'm Stephen Heumann. Now, you guys are out ATVing, and you mentioned the fact that there's not any snow where you guys are currently, and you might find some. Well, I decided to find some for myself, and I found it in spades. Now, everybody knows that Utah gets snow, a lot of snow. But what they don't know is why that snow is considered the greatest on Earth.
The license plate says it all between Utah snow and back east snow. Greatest snow on Earth. It's so light and fluffy out here. You can push it around and just powder days for days. Obviously, we get larger snow amounts here.
I'm happy to speak for the whole state on the greatest snow on Earth. Again, it's where our state is situated. A lot of the storms come in, obviously, off the Pacific, and so all of Utah is blessed with more than average snowfall when we're compared with other states.
Skiing in Utah is like fish and water. The two naturally just go together. With mountaintops peeking into the blue sky and ski slopes that range from extreme to beginner and resorts stretching from Cedar City in the south to Bear Lake in the north, there is something for everyone to experience, old and young. Finally, there's the snow, so soft that when you first step into it, it's like you're floating on a cloud. Most of the United States receives snowfall during the winter months, with Maine getting an average of 200 feet of snow and New York about 150 feet. But Utah stands in a bracket all by itself, receiving an average of 500 feet between November and April. It isn't all about depth, however.
A lot of ice back east, which is fine. I love skiing back east, but bigger mountains, more snow, get a lot more days to write home about here. That's pretty much the big difference, yeah, which is important.
Doesn't snow on the East Coast. That's pretty much it. I mean, everything's so much steeper here. There's actually stuff to jump off. The trees are a little better to ski, and the snow is just infinitely better.
I've ridden all over North America, and you can't beat it here. Like, Utah just has amazing snow. It just dries up and it's just so fluffy.
In 2010, Utah had the best snow season in its 116-year history. Ski resorts received enough of the cloud-like powder that they were able to stay open all the way to the 4th of July. Fast forward 1 year later, and Utah had one of the warmest winters ever recorded, devastating the ski resort's income. However, for 2012, it's looking hopeful.
Not having as much snow is kind of a wives' tale. We're pretty much on schedule for what our December totals are. We opened with a great storm. We've had several since then, and there's snow in the forecast this week, and we're skiing on a base that's actually a little bit above average for this time in December.
For citizens of Utah, it's easy to take the ski resorts with their cliffs of white in their backyard for granted. They're able to drive for 15 minutes and be at the closest ski resort. However, for people traveling to Utah, making ski resorts like Alta and Snow Basin a travel destination spot allows you to enjoy a lot more of the amenities than most day skiers ever get to experience.
Alta is one of 14 ski areas in Utah. We have a lot of things that set us aside. One of the most basic is that we are just a ski area. We don't have snowboarding here. And then I mentioned our lodging community here. Our lodges still operate under kind of the old-fashioned family feel where whoever the guests are when you're staying, you get to know them really well. It's a really special place, and it's easy to say that because the specialness, again, mostly comes from our natural setting here and from the work that all of our businesses do in town.
Well, so for somebody who doesn't ski or snowboard, the draw to Snow Basin is, we have tubing starting in late December. We have special dinner nights, like we're gonna have a brewmaster night in middle of January, so you can come up. It's food tasting, matching it with Uinta beers. We have a Valentine's Day dinner up at Needles Lodge, where we're headed right now.
Yeah, the generalized structure for each of the lodges does have a theme. Like John Paul is Italian, Needles is Austrian, down here in Earls is an eclectic mix of American food. But we like to put a trendy spin on all those things, including our own unique personal touches. It all comes from the spirit of our culinary team.
For most skiers, the amenities that the resorts have is just an added bonus. It's the culture and the enthusiasm of the skiing world that brings them here week after week and year after year. That day with the kids, an afternoon at the top of the world, the brisk air in your face as you rocket down the slopes.
I don't know, I mean, I was born and raised a skier. I've never really questioned it, but it's something that I could never give up. I love it.
It just keeps my head on straight. It's something I can always progress at. Every day I'm out is a different challenge or something new to think about.
Feeling so hard to describe. You just have this I don't know, like you see me smiling right now. I mean, any day I'm on snow, I'm smiling. Just like that really good powder day. You just feel like you're kind of gliding on air when the snow, you know, getting thrown up in your face. I mean, it's the best feeling ever. You can't beat that.
That's right, and whether you've been skiing your entire life or just getting on the slopes now, you need to go out and enjoy the greatest snow on earth. Now you can go to skiutah.com and get deals for every ski resort in the state. So if you want to have a white Christmas this year or just to give the perfect gift to a friend, you can do it there. For At Your Leisure, I'm Stephen Heumann. Now back to Chad and Ree, and it looks like you guys found snow too.